Mad Munchkin Reaction Theatre. Pokemon, I choose you! Well, this is awkward. While I try to keep Reaction Theatre episodes spoiler free, I think everyone who has seen this movie will know what I am referring to when I say, what the fudge cake was that? With all these reboots, rehashes, sequels and prequels and pointless live action remakes, with the exception of Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist, of course, you know, they're actually pretty. Pokemon has always been repetitious, but reliable, promising the same thing more or less with every single new game series with some changes and improvements in ingenuity and gameplay. With the movies and the series, not much changes other than new Pokemon designs and animation advancements. The go-to formula usually being there's a mastermind taking over the world or hunting down a rare mysterious Pokemon, and Ash and his team try to stop them, preaching about friendship and loyalty, while also remaining a 10-year-old boy for over 2 decades. Convenient. This movie is no different and is sadly a retread that tries to look shiny and new. The phrase polish a turd, it's still a turd comes to mind. I'm not saying Pokemon is bad, but it doesn't take much risks. This movie took one risk, and sadly it not only failed, but was so out of place I did a double take. I wouldn't call this a reboot as much as it is actually a series of best moments from season 1. Though I lost interest in the games over the years, I do still enjoy watching the series now and then for pure nostalgia, because that's what I love the franchise for. More for the series rather than the games, remembering how corny and funny the series was. So when this movie was announced that essentially retcons most of the TV series, including cutting Brock and Misty from the cast, I was more angry than skeptical. If you're unfamiliar with the series, you're not invested enough in the characters to care what happens to them, and if you are familiar with the series, my guess is that you're just left going, meh, it was better in the series. It had none of the comedy but all of the corniness and awkwardness. Without the comedy, this movie just didn't work for me. And that is the main problem with this movie. It's trying to foam in a new story while using pieces of the series, taking moments from season 1 that were most memorable. But it didn't take any of the comedy to balance out the emotion. You need to have a cynic to keep balance with a story like this. Sweet and sour go hand in hand. Walt Disney knew that. Why do you think Grumpy is the most memorable character from Snow White? Why do you think Team Rocket are so popular in the franchise? That being said though, Team Rocket, the most entertaining thing about the franchise is there for several brief cameos of them spouting off lame puns and then just blasting off. I really wish they were more proactive in the story. With Pokemon I Choose You, the biggest strength is of course the animation, feeling close to a Miyazaki level but without the investment. This is a movie for Pokemon fans, but it is trying to also be for the new fans too. The result is a bland and formulaic story complete with a writer's convenience in a beard. The message of Pokemon as a whole is confusing, and this comes from a long-term fan. These creatures with special abilities are trained to live with and help mankind in everyday activities, while also being trained to battle each other in battles and contests. This story is formulaic, dull, bland and awkward. As a Pokemon fan, I appreciated what it was trying to do, but the execution felt more like a feature-length Pokemon episode that just so happened to also have a fresh coat of paint. Not very impressive or noteworthy, but at least it tried. I'm Mad Munchkin. Stay creative.